basically, the way it looks with the odds on who the next Man United manager is going to be at the moment, if they sack Ten Hag, Pochettino is basically evens. So, pretty much the favourite. You've got Tuchel and De Zerbi at about 5-1, and you've got Gareth Southgate at 10-1, and then you've got Thomas Frank at 14-1, with Potter at 14-1. So at the moment, Pochettino is the favourite to take the job after Erik Ten Hag. I don't even consider it. I don't even think about it. All I ever think about is the betrayal, the disrespect. And when I talk about the betrayal and disrespect, I don't just include Erik Ten Hag there. I include the fans. I mean, my main concern is you, the fans, me, the fans. I'm not interested massively in Erik Ten Hag will get massively he'll get a lot of money if Manchester United sack him. I'm more interested in the way that we're behaving and the lack of clarity and what we're actually doing, which we'll talk in a moment. But if Pochettino is the favourite to take the Man United job, I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I mean, I don't want Tuchel. I don't want De Zerbi. I certainly don't want Southgate. But Pochettino, I don't understand what's changed from 2 years ago. We may as well have given him the job. Why didn't we give him the job 2 years ago? Because we thought Ten Hag was better. Ten Hag's won 2 trophies in 2 years and is developing the youth. What's changed in 2 years? It's not just the fact that I think Pochettino, I think his CV is worse 2 years on, but I actually think Ten Hag has been proven to be a better option anyway. So why would you go? It literally blows my mind that if we go back, like if we sack Ten Hag to bring Pochettino in, we're literally admitting we made a massive mistake 2 years ago, when I'm absolutely convinced we made the right decision 2 years ago. So it's just baffling. Like, the Glazers chose Ten Hag over Poch, and Ineos are going to go, we're going to choose Poch over Ten Hag. I mean, it just messes with my head. But apparently he is the favourites at the moment. More boosts and blows than Mario Kart, says Tando. That's a good one I'm going to nick. But look, I want to talk about Ivan Toney. I want to talk about a few bits on the show this morning. But what I really want to talk about is the timeline of where we are at the moment. Because we spoke about more eyes than Specsavers last night, more TikToks than a bloody clock. But the point is, nobody knows what's going to go on at Man United. They really, really don't. I could sit here and say, has he already been sacked? Does he know he's going to get sacked? I could sit here and say, we'll know by tomorrow night. I'm ready to go. I think you're ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the decision. And that decision is going to be massive news for a long time. If they sack Ten Hag, they've got to bring a new guy in. It's going to be massive. If they keep Ten Hag, it's a huge boost. A lot of people said, like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm still 75% sure that they'll keep him. I'm not going to change from that. 2 weeks ago was when it broke that they were going to sack him. Literally 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was when it broke that they're going to sack him. So 2 weeks on Saturday ago, we won the FA Cup. What have they... 2 weeks is a very, very, very long time. I think we're sort of stuck in a situation now where there's two options here. And I would acknowledge this. If today or tomorrow or Monday they say we're keeping Erik Ten Hag, for all the moaning of the fan base saying we're being kept like mushrooms and we're kept in the dark and it's not the way to run a football club and it's too slow and it's embarrassing and it's disrespectful, all those things will be true. But I know and you know, if they announce that Ten Hag is staying today or tomorrow, all that will get thrown in the cupboard and it'll be, oh, good, yes, let's get moving. We'll forget about it. We'll just move on very, very quickly and go, well, let's get on with the summer. We can rescue this summer. That's what will happen. So maybe that's what Ineos are thinking. Look, you know, they're all having a moan, but if we keep Ten Hag, it's what they want anyway, and they'll very, very quickly forget about the last 2 weeks. I'd agree with that. That's the way it works. If Ineos are going to keep Ten Hag, people will forget about the last 2 weeks very, very quickly until the next time they start dithering. If they get rid of Ten Hag, then I think there's going to be a lot more questions about panic, fear, ineptitude, dithering. Like, the question will be, if they keep Ten Hag, I think people will just jump on the positivity of let's get on with the summer. If they sack Ten Hag, I think people will go, what the bloody hell have you been doing? Like, why have you waited 2 weeks to do something that you were going to do 2 weeks ago? To bring in this type of a manager? Because there's not going to be some shock and awe manager where we go, oh my God, Ancelotti? That's not going to happen. So I think there's two scenarios here. And I think if they sack Ten Hag, there's going to be a huge uproar of what are they doing? Because they've got the right to sack Ten Hag. Of course they have. But it's just like, what have you been doing? And this is a really interesting thing I wanted to bring in. When you look at the timeline, it is 2 weeks since it broke that they were going to sack Ten Hag. Now, those journalists might have got it wrong, but there was a lot of talk that they were going to get rid of Ten Hag. What have they been doing for 2 weeks? If you were going to sack him 2 weeks ago, what have you been doing for 2 weeks? And that's the big question everybody has. I'm not going to bring any sources into this show this morning because I don't need to. I guarantee people in the press, in the fan base, ex-players, in the media, in the dressing room are all going to be thinking this right now. What have you been doing for the last 2 weeks, and why has it taken 2 weeks? What is it 2 weeks has taken to do? Because we know that Tuchel would swim from Germany to Manchester. We know that Pochettino would crawl from London to Manchester. We know De Zerbi would cycle from wherever he is at the moment. So these managers that we might want, they'll definitely take this job. So that's not an excuse to wait 2 weeks. Gareth Southgate will think it's bloody Christmas if we give him the job. So it's not negotiations for the replacement. And if you were going to sack him 2 weeks ago, you'd already made the decision. So what is the reason that we've waited 2 weeks? Is it pure incompetence? Is it fear? Is it letting Erik Ten Hag have a... Somebody said to me, maybe they wanted Ten Hag to enjoy his holiday. Mate. If you go on holiday for 2 weeks without your missus or your husband, and they say to you, I'm thinking of leaving you, and that's the love of your life, and they go and enjoy yourself on holiday while I think it through. Are you really going to be sat there on holiday, slathering yourself up with the ambre soleil, chewing on a bloody chocolate feast? You know what I mean? Those, I haven't had one. In fact, I really would like one. You know, the ones with a bit of the chocolate in the middle and the chocolate ice cream and the crunchy nuts on the outside. Sipping on a sangria, dancing the night away in your Bermuda shorts. That whole holiday for Ten Hag, because he's a human, is not going to be enjoyable. It's not going to be enjoyable. I remember years ago, the first house I bought, like I was probably, I'd have been in my 20s, not the 1920s. We went on holiday, and on the first day, the solicitor said, I'll have an answer for you on the first day. So the first night of your holiday, you'll be out to celebrate. We'll have the house sorted, right? It got delayed for the whole 10 days. In fact, we didn't buy the house until 2 weeks after the holiday. Every day on that holiday, we were checking, the internet did exist, so we were checking emails and stuff. That whole holiday, it was a good holiday, but that was just buying our house. So I don't believe that we're waiting for Ten Hag to come back from his holiday before we tell him we're sacked, because he'll be thinking about it all holiday anyway. I don't believe that at all. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video, because we all know only legends like videos, and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video, and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, as always.